Sound effects. They're so hard to do. Except for simple things like walking, clothing, shutting doors, those are relatively easy. I'm talking in-depth, immersive sounds that you would never commonly hear in the real world. Half of what makes a movie or film complete is the sound design. If you have poor sound design, your video becomes lifeless and not interesting. In this video, I am going to show you how you can access the best in the industry sound effects for your films created by Hollywood professionals. Let's begin. When a sound artist records something like cracking vegetables or clanging metal, they can then play with those sounds in computer softwares and create something completely different. This method, however, is very time-consuming, and I wouldn't say I'm very experienced at it either. So I've always stuck with just downloading free pre-recorded sound effects. When I was 16, 17 years old, I made desperate searches for good sound effects for dramatic sequences and cinematic fights.
Now wait a minute, can we talk about this? No!
Eventually, I ended up learning to layer and mix Final Cut Pro sound effects and free sound effects I downloaded from the YouTube Studio library. They were decent, and eventually I got pretty good at it, but it was never quite what it should be. Until one day, I made a great discovery.
Ethan! You didn't have to shoot me that close. It's just a game, you know. It's not a game.
This is Operation Fury Imagination Unleashed, my first live-action film originally created 3 years ago. But it wasn't until last year that I redesigned the sound effects using a new tool called Krotos Studio. Krotos creates a large variety of sound effect libraries crafted by the best sound artists in the industry. Artists from places like Marvel Studios. They also create award-winning software plugins like Weaponizer and Dehumanizer that allow you to manipulate sounds or human vocals to be more robotic or monster-like. Now, Krotos Studio is their app that I currently use to design those impactful and beautiful sound effects in my projects. Let me show you how amazing it is to use. Okay, so I've opened Final Cut Pro and I'm going to use this, my most recent project, as an example. So if you didn't see this video, it's like this cinematic sequence of pulling out a portable fire pit, assembling it, and then it goes into this like really immersive, in-depth sequence with the fire and then finger picking on the guitar. One thing with sound design that you need to think of is, what do you want the audience to feel? What kind of sequence are you going for? Is it going to be more of a moody sequence where it's more calm and just like you're almost taking in the moment? Or do you want to do something special where emphasizing, say, the fire, making it become impactful in a cinematic way? So first, the game plan is getting your storyline down, getting your ideas all together, then shooting with those ideas in mind. Then comes the sound design, kind of this immersive moment. Then the guitar comes out. The guitar was me, it was not Krotos, so don't go looking for a guitar on Krotos. I do the edit, then I come over here to the Krotos Studio app, and they have under whoosh a fire sound. You'll notice on the right side here you have big fire, sizzle, stones, and bonfire. And this is what it sounds like in the middle. So you're capturing all 4 of the different sounds at once. Now you can come and slide over to big fire, and get completely different feel, different mood. You can come over to Bonfire, and it's the same thing. And as I'm going back and forth, it's a stereo sound where it like whooshes back and forth. If you're wearing headphones, you can hear a whoosh back and forth in your ears. An extremely amazing tool, and they have so many sounds, so many to choose from, but Fire was definitely the main go-to on that. Krotos is really meant for not necessarily having, they wanted to eliminate the time-consuming side of sound designing and mixing. They wanted it to be where you hardly have to mix at all. In the end, I still did a little bit of mixing, just a little bit, a decent amount. Way less than I did before when I was using other sound effects. So yeah, basically, first touch, you scroll, get the sound you want, just like you're listening to it, you hear something in there, that's it. And then you just drag it right into your project. Now, I could dedicate an entire video to showing you how I sound design with Krotos Studio. If that's something you guys are interested in, please let me know in the comments section below, and I will see about making a video like that. So this software costs only $10 a month, and they're always adding new sound effects to it every month. There's a link in the video description for Krotos if you would love to access those dream sound effects. Highly recommend it. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Feel free to share it with friends. Subscribe and click the bell, and you might like this video.